Hey, it's Daniel Jacob here with Everlasting Confidence, and I'm here with Gabby, and we're going to talk about how women really want you to talk to them. So, Gabby, what is the energy of someone who you would actually want to be approached by?
The tone would be not loud, but not soft, stern, but confident, clear, stern, confident, and clear. Go in with the game plan. And it could be, for me, the shorter, the better.
So someone who doesn't do that much, right? Who really knows what they want, who come in with an intention, but who doesn't feel like they need to like overdo it or put on a show.
Absolutely. And I think a good target for a man to start with would be to find something that he genuinely finds attractive or is interested about the woman that he wants to approach, you know, if he's like thinking of something, because then whenever he approaches her, it's genuine. He's not, hey, like, it's not random, because you could feel whenever something is genuine. So for instance, for me, whenever I'll see somebody and maybe I'll smile and they'll tell me, wow, you have a beautiful smile. I'm like, oh, thank you.
And you could feel when it's genuine.
You can absolutely feel when it's genuine. And you know, there's sometimes people say like, oh, be different, be this. It's not about being different in terms of the compliment. It's about truly being genuine of the compliments that you are giving. Especially at the start, if that first initial time that you approach a woman it's very important. So
I could tell that you're very intuitive, so you could probably feel when there is a sincerity behind the compliment versus when it's given as a line or as a tactic, for sure. There's one thing I want to add to that. So we're kind of talking about like the outer manifestation of genuine confidence, right? A stern tone, clear communication, somebody who is authentic and really knows what they want when they communicate. But, you know, it's funny because I've been really thinking about this for so long and teaching it for many years. I've boiled it down to three things in terms of all communication that men have with women that is actually truly confident. And it comes down to three elements. So the first one is awareness. So guys that are actually really, really confident, genuinely confident, are aware of how they feel and they're aware of what they like in the girl. And it's so good that you said that a guy wants to take a moment to really sense what is he actually like in the girl, because that awareness is going to be that initial starting point for everything else. And guys that are faking the confidence are unaware. That's part of why the confidence is fake, is that they're not, either they don't like who they are or they're not actually in touch with who they are, and that's why they feel like they need to put on something other than who they truly are, right? They need to put on this mask. So that awareness is so key. Can you notice when somebody's like truly aware?
As in truly confident, truly aware?
Truly aware. Well, awareness has two parts, right? Okay. One is going to be awareness of yourself, which allows you to have like this depth to you and also allows you to be vulnerable with people. But also the other element is the empathy, right? Someone who could truly empathize with you. Can you sense when a guy is truly aware? When he's present,
you can,
versus when he's in his head.
You can tell, and I always go back to the voice. That is just, for me, you could hear it in the voice. If somebody is confident within, truly confident, grounded, aware within themselves, then you feel that. Yeah,
the voice doesn't really lie.
Yeah, it could, but not really.
Yeah, the voice doesn't lie, because the voice, even if you speak with a deep voice, if you have a sense of fear in there as well, that could be sensed.
It can be sensed.
Yeah.
And so I have found that men who are aware, and if they were to approach me, that it's them coming up to me, their voice, it's that they have nothing to lose, whether they get denied or not. It's nothing to lose. They're confident with who they are. they know who they are.
I'm smiling because what you're talking about is going to tie into point 2 and 3.
Yeah. And so they just, I mean, because at the end of the day, there is not anything to lose.
Yeah.
And so if anything, depending on the girl, if she's super negative or mean, then, you know, you don't want to talk to that person anyway. That's a mean girl. And I truly believe that mean girls aren't nice girls. Aren't happy girls. And so you don't even want that. But sometimes it just depends. Like how I said, I get approached 1 to 3 times a day. There's some days where you just don't want to be talked to.
Yeah.
And so, you know, maybe the guy in the sauna is going to hit on you and you're just not having a good day.
But also at the same time, on that point, being aware and being present is going to allow you to read that.
Right.
If you're in your head
Absolutely.
and you're thinking about, okay, what do I need to say to get her to like me? You're not going to have the sensory acuity to be able to see that this girl's in a bad mood. You're not going to be able to feel that vibe of heaviness from her.
Yep.
And if you are aware, you can call that out. You can, in a nice way, be like, hey, are you okay? Like, are you going through a bad day?
And that would even make
that would shift
me feel
your mood.
seen.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, dang, I should fake a smile. Like, you know, even this guy realizes that I'm flipped off this car on the way over here.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you're right. You could use that to your advantage. Absolutely.
Totally. Yeah. So the second thing is the courage. So I find that guys that are like genuinely confident, they have the courage to actually, 1, approach women, because not every guy can do that. And number 2 is have the courage to be authentic, because being authentic and really saying what you want, getting vulnerable in your conversations, like that takes balls. Not everybody can do that. So what are your thoughts on that? Like when a guy has the courage to be vulnerable with you, does that, you know, because some guys are like, that's going to turn her off. You know, that's not what she wants. What do you think?
To like how much vulnerability?
So when a guy's open about his emotions, when he's, for example, walks up to you and says, hey, I saw you and I got to be honest, you make me very nervous. If that's genuinely what he feels.
Yeah. If it's genuine, then I think it's sweet.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think it's sweet. Something short and sweet like that is fine. I think anything a little bit more would kind of be
too much.
A little bit too much.
Yeah.
But maybe some women could like that. I personally, I feel for people. And so too much would just kind of be like, then I'm sympathizing for them. Then I feel sorry for them. And, you know, you don't want to feel sorry for somebody. So I think for me, just a little bit, if it has to do with me, then that's kind of cute. Like, okay.
Do you like to know that you have an impact on someone?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, like, let's just say you're at the grocery store, then you're only gonna approach, you don't know if you're ever gonna see the woman, then, you know, and that's just your one opportunity. You could do that. But if it's somebody that you see walking on the street or at the gym or at Target, then, you know, if you know you're going to see her again, then maybe you can like think a little bit more about it versus going like right away.
I don't know if I totally agree with that.
Okay. So you think right away is a good one? Yeah.
Well, it does depend on the situation, but I feel like so many guys fall in the category of playing safe. So, you know, I don't want to see this girl again at the gym. I don't want to be awkward, have a bad impression on her. I don't want to be known as that guy. But in my opinion, that the way that you show up when you first talk to a woman, especially in the first, let's say 10 to 30 seconds, is going to determine how she perceives you.
That is right. I'm thinking on my past interactions, and I have had more of a relationship, whether it's relationship, friendship, just connection, something with somebody whenever they made the kill right away.
Of course, right? Yeah. Because if you're already coming in premeditating, overanalyzing, you're not going to be your authentic self.
Yes. And also, if I'm interested in, what makes me interested in somebody is if they're interested in me. And so, of course, and so I'm like, I mean, it's the first time they saw me. I would hope they would want to get my number. Like, why wouldn't you? And so I think that's attractive for me.
You want to feel like you're desired by
absolutely.
Someone. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I want to touch on this third element. So we talked about awareness, we talked about courage, because also at the same time, a guy telling you that he is attracted to you, part of why you like that is because you want to feel special, right? You want to feel like you're desirable. But part of it is also because that takes balls. Is someone just flat out saying, Gabby, I think you're so beautiful. And just saying that from their heart and really owning that. Like that's, not every guy could do that.
That's true.
Most guys have some shame or some fear, some hesitation around being that direct.
Right.
The third thing, detachment. So we talked about this idea of being willing to walk away.
The man or the woman?
The man.
Okay.
The man being willing to walk away and being okay with things not working out, having nothing to lose. Why is that attractive to you?
Because it's attractive because if he has no fear of being denied, let's just say after I deny him, he holds the same or more value. Because for me, in my head, because I feel that I think of myself super high. And so if my denial didn't faze him, then for me, it's like, oh, wow, like, oh my gosh, wow, he doesn't care. Actually, wait, just kidding.
Come back.
Yeah. But it just depends if she's somewhat interested in him a little bit, if she's not, then it's like okay, let me go and finish my workout or something like that. But
let me unpack this because for some guys, you're talking about it just from the lens of when they approach me, if I don't give them a good reaction and they're able to walk away without being butthurt or taking it personally, that's attractive, which it is, right? A guy that's willing to just keep his head up and not take it super personally. But also detachment happens in the interaction as well. So like, as I talk to you, I can be really attached to how I come across, to how you react to me, or I could just be myself and be okay with you not liking me. And I find that courage and detachment, they're so connected, these two, because you can't really be courageous if you're attached. And if you're attached, you can't be courageous. Right? The two go hand in hand. So being, free from the outcome and being authentic, it does take courage, but it also takes you really letting go of what the other person thinks of you. So Gabby, what would be your 2 to 3 biggest pieces of advice for guys that are struggling to have that authentic confidence and meet women?
The biggest one, which I think it's pretty cliche and we talked about, it's you really have nothing to lose. You have nothing to lose, and once you have a sense of self and love for yourself, you could take that with you when you approach a woman and really just look at her, give her a compliment, tell her you would like to see her again, and then leave. Just do it.
Do it for yourself too.
It's 30 seconds of courage, 30 seconds of feeling nervous, maybe just a little bit, 30 seconds of doing something bold. There's 24 hours in the day. Just give yourself 30 seconds. Go do it.